is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Indecisiveness is a common condition where most of us struggle and feel like that we can't even make a simple decision, which means lack of information, valuation difficulty, and outcome uncertainty, resulting in post-decision dysfunctional behavior. So what are the reasons that people struggle with indecisiveness? According to psychologists, this is likely connected to your childhood or trauma, or maybe both. First, overprotective parents. As a child or a teenager, your decisions were constantly made for you. And that's why you may have not had much practice making decisions. Or you also might be letting other people make choices for you out of habit. Second, criticism.
I will say this. When I was growing up, yes, my parents were very overprotective.
My parents were being overprotective. I'll tell you why. Because they were having problems with their marriage. I know I've never really talked about this publicly before. I will right now. This is real and from the heart. They were having problems with their marriage at the time when I was in high school. They may or may not have cheated on each other. I don't know or care because it's not my fucking business and I don't give a shit what they did, right? But what they decided to do, they decided to put me in the middle of it and make me the center of the issue.
And it got to the point where when I basically hit 18, I just started making decisions for myself because I was an adult, of course. But my parents, like, didn't want me to do the things that I was doing. They didn't agree with the fact that I wanted to go travel and play Street Fighter. They didn't like that I was going out with my friends and hanging out and doing stuff. They didn't like any of that. But I was like, at some point, I got to start making my own decisions for myself. It can't be you controlling my life endlessly. You know, all my other friends were going off and doing things and having hobbies, and I wasn't because they were kind of controlling. And I had this rebellious phase. I would say probably a 2-3 year span where I was very rebellious against my parents and kind of just did whatever I wanted. In some cases it worked, in some cases it definitely did not. I definitely learned the hard way, you know, about how to get through life and certain things. But I can understand that. If someone who your entire life was controlled by your parents, then you don't know how to make decisions because you never had to before, right?
This is the situation that you are maybe made to feel like you are constantly wrong and you are criticized for every decision you made, such as you didn't live up to the expectations of your parents or to your guardians. And now, as an adult, you still feel like the decisions you are going to make will be wrong and you are scared of the consequences that will come after. So what can we do to fix this? First of all, when it comes to simple choices like where to eat or what movie to see, it isn't such a big deal to push decision on someone else. But when it comes to difficult life choices, always bear in mind that no one can give you a perfect answer on which decision you should make that won't have any consequences. They only can suggest and advise you. You have to make that choice because it's your life, and at the end of the day, you are the one who has to live with it. So when you are talking about making a choice, powerful tool is to weigh the consequences and decide which of the two consequences you are okay to bear.
Yeah, and this is tough because I feel like a lot of people in life don't do this, right? Either people make no decisions and they just sit around and let everything happen around them, or they make impulsive decisions that aren't based on enough contemplation of the consequences of their actions, and then they deal with the repercussions after the fact.
That's like me, right? That's like me. Breathe!
You know, the toughest part about being an adult is realizing that your decisions affect not only you, but everyone around you. And this is something that I have just come to big realization about in the last few years of my life. I'm in my 40s, and I'm realizing when I make a decision about what we're going to do on a stream, or what, you know, how I'm going to react to something on a stream. Am I going to do an interview with someone? Am I going to talk about a certain topic publicly? These are all things that affect everyone around me, not just me. It's people watching, it's my family, it's everyone. And you have to be responsible with what you do. You have to weigh consequences before you make important decisions in your life. And the other thing is, you have to realize that something that you may not think is important as a decision may actually become important in the long term. But the other challenging part is not overthinking it. There's some things in life that just aren't that important, right? Oh no, what are we going to have for dinner today? And we have a few choices. We'll just choose. Don't sit there for an hour to make your decision. You know what I mean? Like, some things are way more important than others. So, interesting. Okay.
They live in this isolated world of the online where they don't ever have to grow up. They're never held responsible for their actions. Therefore, they never have to mature. They can literally be babies their entire lives. And they call me the man-child.
And Stealth Guild did a super chat. A nice button-up t-shirt and pajama pants perfectly describes your content. Well, I don't know if you... I mean, that could be taken many different ways. It could be an insult. I actually don't think that is an insult. I don't think that my content is supposed to be the epitome of professional, right? I don't think that I, myself, am the epitome of professional. I like to have a professional air. I want my content to look good and sound good. But I also treat it more like a laid-back atmosphere, right? So it's kind of like more professional up top and then more relaxed down bottom, right? Whatever you say. Unless it's if it's an outright insult, I guess it's an outright insult too. I don't really know how to take that, but I still thank you for the super chat. I would appreciate it if you could support the stream in some way. Whether it be a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership, or a tip, all would be appreciated. As you know, I try to hit the tier 1 tips goal every stream. Right now we're at 35. We haven't had a tip since the stream started here. It would be great if we could hit that, at least tier 1 by the end of today. Alright?
Beg, 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 beg. There you go. Here's a nice begging session. Alright, so, everybody, thank you so very much. Great show this week, right? I had a great time. I hope that you guys did too. I'm now going to upload these parts. This is one of the slowest streams I've had in ages.
Please, guys, by all means tonight, if you could support the stream, please do. Particularly, I try to hit 50 bucks in tips every stream. We did hit that on the React stream earlier today. It would be great to hit it tonight here on the Throwback stream, but anything else is greatly appreciated. It would help a lot, because again, on this channel, the only revenue I'm making right now is like 50 cents a day on ad revenue, and that's it. So anything would be greatly appreciated tonight. A membership, a gifted membership, a super chat, a super sticker, a tip, all great, and I'm appreciative of that. Thank you.
Phil is doing e-begging and monstrously trying to milk his fans for every dollar possible.
Dark Souls. Yes, that's hilarious. Yes, that detractor meme of sway back and forth on the X and Y axis. You know how people make fun of me because I used to move around like that? Yeah, because I was in excruciating pain. Like, no exaggeration, there was shooting nerve pain up and down my legs and my back, or incredible numbness when I had my back injury that bad. So every time someone makes a joke about that and thinks it's funny, think about how I was going through excruciating pain trying to film content for people for free on the internet, and think about what kind of a person would make a joke like that. I'm sure. I just got a $6 tip from Harry Butthole. He says, you're talking about people making fun of your back injury. Reminds me how I used to make snort jokes, and then I got post-nasal drip myself. And I realized it's actually really frustrating to deal with. In my case, the jokes were always intended to be good and fun, but it's still rude. Here's the thing. You want to make fun of someone because they're terrible at a game. You know what I'm saying? You want to make fun of someone because of something they can affect. How about the fact that some people just can't change stuff about that? I don't want post-nasal drip. Do you think I want to snort once in my life? No, I don't. But I have to. Do you think I wanted to wobble back and forth? No, my back was messed up. But people making fun of that, it's really dirty. That's one of the lowest things you can do, is to make fun of someone for something that they can't help, nor can they fix, right?
I'm hypocritical.
4K Catman says, why is it okay to make fun of race when you can't change that? Because a generalized joke about a race or culture is just that. It's generalized. It's not targeted at one specific person. If you're making fun of me specifically because I'm wobbling back and forth because I'm in excruciating pain, that's cruel. If you're simply making a racial stereotype joke, you're not intending to make a directed insult towards someone. You're laughing at a community kind of a deal. You know what I'm saying? That's different. All right? And also, if you ever notice, my jokes about race were always meant to be funny and common, not insulting. It wasn't like, oh, that one group is so bad and this other group is so much better. It wasn't like that at all. I don't like those kind of jokes, quite frankly. That's why I never went there with my commentary. But nice try to get me in a gotcha moment. You look like a jackass now.
Uh-oh. You just got exposed live on stream. Oh! So, there you go. You've exposed me for who I am. I've been exposed on stream. Alright, I've apparently exposed myself again. I got completely exposed. As you know, I have insanely thin skin. By the way, just saying, and I'm not saying that we're going to hit this tonight, but if we happen to hit the hat goal tonight, I think bringing the helmet knit hat would be pretty cool, right? So it's basically the same hat that my character's wearing in the game, right? I have received a very generous contribution tonight. This is really stupid. I just received a $50 tip from Lisa Lou. Whoa! Whoa, there's a whale!
I'll be honest, if I wasn't getting paid for this, I wouldn't be playing this game. Like, this isn't my kind of game. A game that's made purposely to annoy you. You know what I do? I don't like to purposely annoy myself. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Have I not literally just said that recently? With a game like Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever? I say the same thing. If I'm going to play a game, there's difference between there's challenge because it's a competitive game, like a competitive Street Fighter, Tekken, Call of Duty, things like that. Okay, it's challenging because it's competitive, it's meant to be. But a game that's a single-player experience, when it's a game that's, like, purposefully designed to really piss you off, that actually irks me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, those kind of games. And, again, a game like Dark Souls, a game like Baldur's Gate 3, if you understand the rules of the universe and you learn them and then you play, you can actually have a really rich, rewarding experience. But you need to have that prerequisite knowledge, and I didn't have that. When I played this game at all. I was going in cold, and man, it did not pan out well for me. This playthrough, now keep in mind, this is aggregate views over the years. But even let's say that, like, part 1 of this playthrough got 20, 30,000 views, and each part after got 10,000 views. In one day of me playing this game, I made thousands of dollars. In one day! Hell, the unboxing videos alone, the unboxing videos used to bring in 10, 20,000 views. So now add that with the first day's gameplay, it's like, what the hell? That's why back then I could take days off. I was making so much money hand over fist on a brand new playthrough that I could take entire days off, go on trips, do stuff. You know, not like today. Today, a day I don't work is a day I make no money. You know, all that residual doesn't exist anymore. It's really, really lame how videos that used to get thousands of views, they were just removed from the algorithm. You get no views on them. For the few that still get views, you barely get paid at all. So much of my content in the 15 years I've been around has been demonetized for nothing. And I'm not even notified when it's demonetized. It just gets demonetized. Like, oh, that's great. So, you know, things are very different today. The whole site is different. That's why so many content creators take sponsorships, do plugs, have to do all these other things to make money, because the ads are just not a lot anymore. Like I said, no exaggeration on this channel. Since I turned the ads on a week or two ago, I make like 50 cents a day on ads. That's it. 50 cents.
Made another world.
Wow.
Estes recovery within a limit.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree. My business degree is completely fucking useless. Oh my god, he's drinking sperm. I like doing this throwback stuff a lot. I want it to obviously become more prominent so I can do more of it. So the more support, the better we can do with these streams in the future. Look in the mirror. You see that? That's the biggest idiot in the fucking room right now. You have spent money on junk. That game's always sucked. It never was good. Not for one moment was it good. It was always bad. Here we go, let's get some pulls. Come on. Pull the gotcha. Pull on my gotcha. Come on. You know we gotta get some pulls. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Still has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.